Them bolts in there gotta come out. You can see they're steel, so they're rusty. I'll have to get in there and cut them with this. That would have never backed off it. Bolt was brass, but the nut was steel. That's why I never double nut them. That's why I never double nut these from underneath. In case you gotta cut them, you're screwed. That's why I always use brass nuts. And I never double nut them up underneath the tank. You'll never get it apart. You can see these are all nice brass. You can tell by looking at it if it's good brass or not. I'll stick that through and I'll put the nut in the washer from down below. It's a nice one, nice. I don't think it's the gasket that's a problem. I think it's just the nuts and the washers that will loose. We'll try that first. All I use is a deep socket Craftsman and change the heads. All I use. Tighten it up. fill it, we'll see if it leaks. If it is, I'll change the gasket. I don't think it's the gasket. I doubt it.
It's got a couple of dogs on it. I don't know if you can see them there. I never put a nut under at the tank, never. For that reason, the gasket's probably still fine. It came out like this. This was all brown from it leaking from them bolts. What happens is when they sit back, they lean on the tank and they loosen the tank up. And if you can't tighten them bolts, you gotta put new ones. You see all that brown stuff back there? Yep. That's what was accumulating on the floor. That's what was accumulating on the floor. Was that? Flush it good a bunch of times and make sure it's okay. Nice and tight now, it ain't going nowhere. I got gaskets too, but I don't think the gasket was the problem. I think it was the bolts were loose. Looks good to me. Not the greatest toilet, but show you in a minute. You can see the tank, the ball bolts, how they're all rusty.
Oh, yeah.
See the nut, how it was all rusty?
Yeah, I thought it was.
So this was brass, but that was steel.
Uh-huh.
So I had to cut them out
Oh, wow.
and put new ones in there. So it's working fine. No more leaks.
Wonderful.
Alright guys, I just made a little diagram. See, basically what I did was I just went in there and I ended up cutting these bolts out. Because these nuts were rusted because they were cheap nuts, ones that came with the toilet. A lot of times I'll put in better kits with a toilet that's all brass and brass nuts, so this won't happen again. But some guys will put a nut. They'll put the washer and come down through the tank, and they'll put a nut between the tank in the toilet, and then you can never cut them out if he ever does that. That's why I never do that. I'll just slide the bolt down through, nut and washer on the bottom. That's all you need. You just sandwiching it together with the gasket here. I've seen guys put nuts under here. I've never done that. That's the reason I never put nuts underneath between the tank and the bowl. Never. Hopefully it helps somebody. But if you get the right kind of kits, you know, and it's all nice brass, they sell some there. You can tell by looking at it if it's good brass or not. If not, some of the new ones now are coming with plastic nuts. Them are okay too. Plastic nut will never rust.